The Dark Side of Being Spain's Future Queen, the untold story of Princess Leonor. Before we begin, please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video to support the channel and receive more exclusive royal stories like this. Your support truly helps us grow. Now, let's begin. Introduction: the shocking truth behind the crown. From the outside, royal life looks like a fairy tale. Beautiful palaces, designer clothes, royal titles, international admiration, endless privilege. But what if everything you believed about royal life was only half the story? What if behind the glittering crown, expensive jewels, and ceremonial parades, there was a life filled with pressure, fear, loneliness, emotional isolation, and unbearable responsibility? Today, we uncover the dark side of being Spain's future queen, the hidden struggles, silent sacrifices, and crushing expectations faced by the young woman destined to one day rule an entire nation. Because for Leonor, royalty is not just a privilege. It is a lifelong sentence. And her story is far more heartbreaking than most people realize. So stay with us till the end, because what you're about to hear may completely change how you see royal life forever. Chapter 1: Born into Destiny, Not Choice. Princess Leonor was not given the luxury of choice. From the very moment she was born on October 31, 2005, her fate was sealed. Unlike ordinary children who grow up free to explore who they want to become, Leonor's entire life path was written before she could even take her first breath. She was born the first daughter of an, making her the heir to the Spanish throne. That means no normal childhood, no real privacy, no personal dreams without royal approval, no true freedom. Every step, every word, every expression would forever be analyzed, criticized, and judged. From infancy, Leonor was not just a child, she was an institution in human form. Her destiny was not to live. Her destiny was to serve. Chapter 2: The Weight of a Nation on One Young Girl. Being Spain's future queen means carrying the hopes, fears, expectations, and political stability of over 47 million people. That is a burden few adults could survive, let alone a teenage girl. From an early age, Leonor was trained to speak with precision, walk with grace, behave with flawless etiquette, and display emotional control beyond her years. Mistakes were not allowed. Weakness was not tolerated. Every appearance had to reflect strength, dignity, and perfection. Yet behind closed doors, she was still just a child. A child who wanted to laugh loudly. A child who wanted to make silly mistakes. A child who wanted to be invisible sometimes. But royalty does not permit vulnerability. And slowly, the emotional pressure began to carve its mark. Chapter 3: A Childhood Without Normal Joy. While most children spend their days playing freely, Leonor's childhood was rigidly structured. Her schedule included diplomatic training, military education, constitutional studies, language mastery, public speaking coaching, political awareness training. Even her playtime was supervised. She could not walk freely in public parks. She could not visit friends casually. She could not post freely on social media. She could not express opinions without risk. Every interaction was monitored, every movement recorded, every mistake permanently archived. And worst of all, true friendships became nearly impossible. Because when people know you are destined to become queen, they no longer see you. They see power, status, opportunity. Trust becomes dangerous. Loneliness becomes inevitable. Chapter 4: The Emotional Isolation of a Future Monarch. Imagine being surrounded by people, yet feeling completely alone. That is the emotional reality many royals face. Leonor grows up surrounded by staff, guards, tutors, advisors, and officials. But very few of them can be genuine emotional companions. Why? Because power creates distance, and hierarchy destroys equality. She cannot complain freely. She cannot cry openly. She cannot express frustration without political consequences. Even her emotions belong to the monarchy. And this emotional isolation may be the darkest aspect of royal life, because humans are not built to live without emotional release. When pressure is bottled for too long, it eventually explodes. Chapter 5: The Merciless Public Eye. Leonor's life unfolds under one of the harshest spotlights imaginable: global public scrutiny. Every outfit is judged, every hairstyle debated, every facial expression analyzed, every speech dissected. And social media has only intensified this cruelty. Strangers feel entitled to criticize her body, her voice, her personality, her maturity, and even her mental health. Some call her too shy. Others say she is too serious. Some claim she lacks charisma. Others accuse her of being robotic. But few stop to consider. How would you behave if millions of people were watching your every move? The emotional toll of public judgment can be devastating, especially for a young girl still discovering who she is. Chapter 6: Extreme Military Training, a Rite of Pain. One of the harshest chapters in Leonor's life is her brutal military training. Unlike most royal heirs, Leonor is undergoing full military education across Spain's army, navy, and air force. This includes extreme physical conditioning, survival exercises, combat simulations, discipline training, sleep deprivation, psychological stress tests. She is pushed beyond normal human limits, not because she enjoys it, but because her future role demands unquestionable authority over the armed forces. Pain is mandatory, weakness is unacceptable, and failure is humiliating. For Leonor, this training is not symbolic, it is real, brutal, and relentless. Chapter 7: The Burden of Perfection. The future Queen of Spain is not allowed to fail. One mistake can trigger international headlines. One misstep can damage Spain's diplomatic image. One poorly worded sentence can spark political controversy. So Leonor must embody perfection, every single day. But perfection is not human. It is exhausting. It is suffocating. It is mentally destructive. Living under such standards creates chronic anxiety and emotional strain. The fear of disappointing millions can crush even the strongest spirits. Chapter 8: Love is not free. Perhaps the most heartbreaking sacrifice Leonor will make is in her love life. Unlike ordinary people who can choose partners freely, Leonor's romantic choices will be deeply political. Her future partner must satisfy diplomatic alliances, cultural compatibility, political stability, public approval, constitutional expectations. Love becomes secondary. Duty becomes everything. And true romance, spontaneous, emotional, imperfect, becomes almost impossible. History shows us that royal marriages often sacrifice personal happiness for political stability. And Leonor may one day face the same cruel dilemma. Chapter 9: The Constant Threat of Danger. Being future queen also means living under constant security threats. Kidnapping risks, assassination threats, terrorist targets. Her life is protected 24/7 by elite security teams. She cannot walk freely. She cannot travel casually. She cannot blend into society. Freedom becomes a memory. Every public appearance carries hidden danger. Every public smile hides security anxiety. Chapter 10: The Heavy Shadow of History. Spain's monarchy has endured scandals, controversies, and political instability. Leonor inherits not only a throne, but centuries of history, criticism, and skepticism. She must rebuild public trust. She must modernize a traditional institution. She must unite political divisions. She must represent hope. And she must do all this while still growing into adulthood. The pressure is unimaginable. Chapter 11: The Silent Tears of a Future Queen. Behind palace walls, far from cameras and headlines, Leonor is still human. She feels fear. She feels sadness. She feels loneliness. She feels exhaustion. But the world rarely allows her to show it. She must always appear composed, strong, confident. Yet deep inside, there is a young girl carrying the unbearable weight of destiny. Chapter 12: The Price of the Crown. So what is the true cost of becoming Spain's future queen? It is lost childhood, lost privacy, lost freedom, lost emotional simplicity, lost personal choice. In exchange, she gains duty, responsibility, and eternal public service. A crown made not of gold, but of sacrifice. Conclusion: a life few would choose. The dark side of being Spain's future queen reveals a truth few ever consider. Royal life is not luxury. It is lifelong pressure. Princess Leonor's journey is not about privilege, it is about endurance. Not about fame, but about sacrifice. Not about power, but about responsibility. And perhaps the greatest tragedy is that she never chose this life. It was chosen for her. If this story moved you, please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. Tell us your thoughts below. Do you think being royal is worth the sacrifice? Would you trade your freedom for a crown? Let us know in the comments.